Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Tharshey and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be having a look at my Season 7 Tactics Evolved server in Lord of the Rings Rise to War. So if you guys do enjoy this video, then please do drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications. So let's hop into it and have a look at the map first and foremost. So if we have a look at the map, we can see that, well, Mordor and the Varrigs have pushed out and they're fighting against Arnor and Loth. So if we zoom in here, we can see that there is 3 massive weapons currently between the Varrigs and Lothlorien. However, if we look at the weapons themselves, so the Varrigs are there, but Arnor and Mordor are also over there. So Mordor came through the walls, which they took from us, removed us from there, and then they used that to get around and hit Lothlorien in the south. And so because of that, both Mordor and the Varrigs were focusing Loth, which obviously, you know, is a 2-on-1 over there, but Arnor have come up and sent up their fellowship and their members, so they're busy helping. And we can see that this is a 3.7 million participant, 1.1 million death pin. Then there's another red pin over here with 2.7 million participants, 775,000 deaths, basically just between Lothlorien, the Varrigs and Mordor. And then here in the south we have another pin between Mordor, the Varrigs, Lothlorien and Arnor for 3.7 million participants and 1.1 million deaths. So we have those pins over there. Down in the south there's not that much fighting, but there is a little bit of fighting. So Arnor and Mordor are fighting a bit for some of these keeps over here. So there's Lamadon, then they're fighting at a couple crossings, though these pins are nowhere as big as the pins up north, but still they're about 400,000 participants, couple 100,000 deaths as well. And then obviously there's the one pin with us, so between Ring and Fear. Ring is obviously my fellowship, and Fear is like a rogue Arnor fellowship that's just doing whatever the hell they want. So yeah, they were trying to like attack us a bit, so we just were dealing with them. But yeah, in terms of Rohan and what's up with us, well, I initially had literally my entire economy in the vault, and I've only just finished rebuilding it elsewhere because when Mordor took the wall, they cleared out all our tiles there. So I basically lost my entire eco, but I rebuilt that. I've filled up my barracks and I'm pretty much ready to go back in for PvP. Though right now what we are trying to do, so I'm not going to give away too much because, you know, this is a video, I don't know who's going to be seeing it, but obviously, I mean, anybody can tell that we've moved into Isengard. We've moved all the way up to Dunland and Dunfermline. And the reason why we did this is because we wanted to get behind the mountains first of all, and so we have a good choke point to defend at Isengard if need be, if we somehow lost the rest of our lands. And also because if we end up, so we want to end up having, you know, some safe farming land, because like what happened the last time, I couldn't fight when they took the wall. I fought them for a bit and then I collapsed because I just didn't have the eco, because my eco was all on the front line. So now we want to try to see if we can grab some eco in Dunland, so we have some backup eco in the back, you know, that's safe even if when we start fighting, so that's not going to get destroyed. So yeah, Mordor, well, so they're busy, you know, trying to slow down Arnor on the south, but they're focused most of their forces up north here. I think they're trying to like basically get Lothlorien to collapse or to give up nice and early before Arnor could get there to help, but Arnor have gotten there and have started helping them out. Rohan, in terms of unification, we've kinda, I don't know, we had a unification attempt going with London, so that because we wanted to go farm their lands in the back. Like literally there's nothing safer than sitting in the back of London's lands or having all our resource lands back there in London, you know. It's nowhere close to the front line and should be safe. Then somebody started a unification with Gondor for some reason, who are absolutely dead. I haven't actually seen any of their players. Maybe there is a small fellowship still alive there, but yeah, we do not want to unify with them, not really. The best attempt for us was Erebor to unify, and currently we're just waiting on the faction to vote, because Erebor seems like they're pretty active. They have at least one strong fellowship there, so that's good to see. And yeah, we could probably actually get some work done if Erebor and Rohan are able to work well together. We could actually, you know, put up a pretty decent, pretty formidable fighting force. So that is something cool to see. Now let's just go and have a look at the season progress. So season progress, we finished preparing for the battle, 500 rings, these level 75. we still have not undergone 8,000 elite training. There's only 9 hours and 30 minutes left in this, so obviously this is going to definitely end before we actually complete it, and so we'll be on to seize control, which will be at the end of the countdown. Faction will be ranked according to tiles occupied. So that is something we're gonna have to, see where we place. If we go over the target, obviously, in terms of the development one, I have done everything. In terms of control, we have done nothing. And in terms of teamwork, I am the #1 player in our fellowship. Well, in our faction, actually. So for contribution ranking, if we go and we look, okay, actually, never mind. Pasha Ars actually overtook me. So I was #1 for a very, very long time. So I'm sitting at like 780, and the closest was Reku with 460, and all these other guys much lower. But even now, like, even though my fellowship is like half the size of King, we still had like at least 5 or 6 people from our guys in the top 10 in terms of contribution. I have finally been overtaken by Pasha because I've spent the last, literal like week just rebuilding my eco and, doing that. So I haven't been fighting much or contributing much, but that's fine. It's great to see Pasha doing so much over there. So yeah, in terms of ranking, if we go and we have a look, we're gonna go over to fellowship production. So fellowship production, number one we have Aish, which is from Arno at 2 million power. Number 2 we have Munchkins or Munch from the Varigs, who are at 1.9 million power. Then we have Ilil from Water at 1.8 million, Elfog from Lothlorien with 1.7 million, Greg the Grey from Erebor. So that's an Erebor fellowship with 1.1 million power. So that seems pretty good, to ally with them, because we could probably put up a decent force together. Then at number 6 and number 7, we have GLHE and Opus from Arno at 1,000,000 and 920,000 power respectively. At number 8, we have Arfog from Lothlorien with 880,000 power. Number 9, we have King from Rohan with 650,000. Number 10, we have Nor from Gundabad with 500k. And then at number 14, we have Ring from Rohan with 350,000 power. However, if we have a look at the numbers here, so King has how many people? King has 60 people. We have 28, I think, which is, we have 28, which is basically half, well, not even half, it's 2 less than half of what they have, and yet we nearly at 400,000 power, they're only at like 600k, and yeah, so you can tell, and in terms of the actual strength, like, I mean, I've seen, okay, like, to be fair to King, they do have some players that are active, but I honestly personally think that, Ring, out of our 28 people, we have like maybe, 20 that are active enough that you see pretty often around. And I think that in total in Rohan, we have maybe 30 or 40 people active, with 20 of those guys being from Ring and the other 10 or 20 being from King, even though they do have 60 players there. The problem with them is they're a very weak fellowship in terms of experience and seasons played, and because of that, what I mean by that is they don't have 7 seasons worth of equipment and gear and stuff like I do. So like my gear and stuff, I haven't spent a lot of money. I only buy the season pass every season, but because I played 7 seasons, I have 7 season passes worth of equipment with some other smaller purchases here and there, and that's basically allowed me to gear out my commanders pretty well. The guys from King are unfortunately basically sitting there with 1 or 2 seasons of experience only under the belts, which means they don't really have that much. Like, let's see, Reku, he's got 3 seasons, and that's more than a lot of them. So if we scroll up a bit, let's see, Graf, I think, is one of their leaders, and he's only got 2 seasons under his belt, season 1 and season 2. So in terms of gear, he's not going to have the same amount of gear as us unless he spends a lot. That's the only way, because if he's more free to play, like how I'm more free to play, he just won't have the same level of gear and stuff and respect levels on his commanders. And obviously they also don't have the experience. Like, they're playing the server like it's a season 1 or season 2 server, and the fellowship is not managed the best. Like, I mean, I can see they're making efforts and stuff, so props to them for that, but it's you can just tell that they're not a fellowship that's been through like 7 or 8 or 9 or something seasons together, or even like 5 seasons together. They haven't been through 5 seasons together. You can tell they're a pretty new fellowship. They're not as experienced. They're not veteran players. Like if you look at some of my players, for example, so if I actually go to the right area for that. So we go to members and we have a look at Amon, right? So if we look at Amon and we see his season progress, he's got season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5, and season 6. He's got 6 seasons of experience and gear under his belt. And if you look at his fellowship, he's been in ring for 6 seasons. So me and Amon, I know exactly how he plays. He knows exactly how I like to lead. He knows how I like to play. And we work very, very well together, like because we've played together for those 6 seasons. If we look at Booty Reaper, so he joined us a bit later, so he wouldn't have been with us the whole time, but so as you can see, he's still been with us for 4 seasons. He has 4 seasons of experience. He's got 4 seasons playing with us, getting to know each other. So yeah, 4 seasons with us. But even then, he still has 6 total seasons of experience because he did play season 1 and 2, even though he was not with Ring then. If we look at It's Only Chris, we go there, we go to more. Can I click that? There we go. We can see that he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons with us. So that's 4 seasons of experience, 4 seasons to build and get to know, everybody else in Ring. So, and he's also got the 2 other experience, which is 2 other seasons, which is 6 total seasons of experience. So fortunately, we don't have too many of the old guard in the season because a lot of them, some of them were, they just have taken a break from the game, like Addy Boy. Or if we go to channel members, like Clace, he's not with us. Riki, he's actually like on a break or something, so he was just very busy IRL, so he couldn't get into the season, but he said he'll be joining us again next season. And then Gigi, John, and some others, they were not able to, they didn't want to wait because we waited a long time in Bagan, so they ended up joining a different season. So yeah, because of that, like they haven't played the season with us. Like if we had, like, no lie, if the entire Ring old guard, so me, the guys that are with me in the season, plus those that were not able to get in, for example, John Cito, Steb, Gigi, and a couple other guys, like I'd say if we had Longmate as well, or I forget what his name is. Oh yeah, he changed it to Baromir, I think. So yeah, we had him, we had Sidis, we had Riki, we had Clace, and we had 1 or 2 others. No lie, just our group of like 10 guys, 15, 20 guys, we would honestly probably be able to fight off Mordor on our own. Like, I know that because there's only 10 or 20 of us, they could probably eventually overrun us with numbers, but we would be able to put up a really, really good fight. We would actually be able to hold them back, and it would be like one of our commanders standing on a crossing, taking out like 3 or 5 of their commanders before finally going down. So yeah, that is so that's basically our season. I kind of rambled on, but in terms of my commanders, as you can see, I've got Awen to 46, Galadriel to 44, and Gimli to 44. And I may level up Theoden because I do have a lot of cab trained. I do have full barracks right now, so yeah, I may level him up and decide to use him, especially if I have the elite the extra elite items and stuff to get some dispersion bonus going. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications. Sorry again for rambling so much, and if you can hear my dogs in the background, I do apologize for that.